What's up, family? It's your boy Drumatic. I'm back today with Bad Baby. This is a little R&B track that she did with Dolla ign. I haven't heard it yet, just people were telling me that she's singing on this track. So I kind of already know that going into it. As far as Bad Baby goes and, you know, her music, as far as my preference, like I can tell you this, I was definitely not a huge fan. I mean, she's just some little ratchet chick who went on TV and made a fool of herself, so I really didn't have any respect for her. And then she started making music, and it was kind of tight. Like, some of the songs are pretty dope. Like, the beats are pretty good, and the writing's pretty good. So whoever's writing her music for her is not bad. So I can't really hate too much on her music, because at the end of the day, I really didn't expect to like it and thought a lot of it was actually pretty good. The Gucci Flip Flop song is fire. Like, I was almost like, could you imagine if somebody else made that song? Imagine if Big Sean dropped Gucci Flip Flops, or somebody that big name artist like that. I mean, not saying that she's not popular, but you know what I'm saying. Like, that song would have, like Kendrick Lamar dropped that song, that shit would have been absolutely gigantic, dude. That was a pretty dope cut. A really good song, so shout out to Bad Baby for that one, her whole camp. So let's get to this. This is Trust Me by Bad Baby featuring Dolla ign.
I know you gon' be the one that's gon' hold me down. When it's time to put it right, you know I'm always round. So they clap for that work, baby, till you try to see. Get the streets in life, I'ma make you love me. Baby, till you try to see. Till you try to see, baby, till you try to see. Baby.
Here's my 2 cents so far. Absolutely saturated in autotune. I mean, like, there's different amounts of autotune that you can use. I know not everyone's a producer, and I know not everyone knows how to use autotune. The actual use of autotune, to begin with, was to take somebody that's off pitch or off key a little bit and put them on key. Now, if you can't sing and it has to stretch a note from here to here or whatever, it makes you sound like a robot. And so back in the day, me and my friends would, you know, we couldn't sing, so we would sing a hook, we'd put autotune on it. We really didn't know how to use it, but we would try and find the right key. It took us forever because we were never really in key, and then the next thing you know, we were sounding like T-Pain. And I would say to my friend, like, maybe we should use that effect, and then he'd laugh, like, yeah, right, nobody would do that. So I was like, you're right, that's dumb. So we just moved on. Well, that ended up being the sound for the next 20 years. Thought of it, we thought it was absolutely silly and outrageous and stupid that anybody would even think like that. Like why would you even think of that dramatic? Like, that's dumb. I mean, it's showcasing how bad of a singer you are. The beat's tight so far. It's just been her singing. The singing's not too good. I mean, like, what can I say? Really, at the end of the day, like, it's just pure autotune. Like, at some point, you can't even hear the person anymore. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just a sound. So after a while, it's not a voice, it's a sound. Yeah, people sound a little different when they use autotune, depending on their voice. But it's just all that autotune sound. We can all tell, oh, I know what that is. That's autotune. People that don't produce music, don't know anything about engineering or any of that stuff, they all say, that's autotune. Exactly. That's how frequent it's used. You don't need to know music to even know what it is at this point. Everyone's like, oh, autotune. People don't even know what that is. They just say it because they've heard it so much. I don't even know how we're determining, besides the title of the song, who it is half the time. Because it's the same voice, different names. That's my issue with autotune.
So they glad, got it in my spot. Bitch, I plan. I'ma leave you hot, rubber bands. After all these nuts. Bitch, I plan. Watch me kill the pocket.
So far, just a little too cliche. Okay, so if you're gonna use autotune, try and be creative with it. Try to make your own song with it, and not sound like everybody else. You hear that little skirt, skirt, scoot, scoot, skirt, skirt. Whatever the fuck it is, it doesn't sound good. And if it did, it sounded good when Migos did it, or when Future did it, or when 8,000 other artists did it. Like, I know people like ad-libs and all that, but like, can you just think of something else to say, maybe? If you're gonna do ad-libs, maybe think of something more creative than what like 8,000 other people have already said. So besides being cliche, the beat's okay, it's catchy. I do feel like a bunch of 13-year-old kids might like this, but it's only because they don't really know what they're listening to. Mumbo jumbo with really poorly used autotune. Now, real quick, no, I don't trust you, Danielle, and I don't think a lot of people trust you for the fact that you got famous on Dr. Phil for being a brat and making poor decisions. And so, like, we're not really gonna be able to trust you. So when you're like saying, "Can you trust me?" No.
My son, little nigga, I'm your pops. I'm on top, little bitch, give me props. Talking charts now, baby, pay your bar there, baby. I'm the boy, yeah, baby, I'm the one. I'ma make you trust me, always keep it undone. Bust down, rolling face, I've been getting money face. Diamonds do the ditty dance.
Ty Dolla Ign's pretty cool to me. I like the fact that he's kind of like a true R&B guy who can actually sing. He's got some real catchy melodies, like kind of a modern day Nate Dogg is what I called him before. Someone that you could kind of like bring in for a hook, and he's definitely gonna kill it. Now, what's hurt him is when you become like the hook king like that. Same thing with Nate Dogg. You try and release your own album, people don't buy it because everyone's like, "Oh, he's good on hooks." But I mean, his album might be great, but it's just not known for that. So when they try and drop like a solo project, it never does well. Ty's had a hard time catching on, like to a mass majority, mostly because he is that guy. He's just someone they go to do the choruses for him. And when he makes his own music, it doesn't seem like people gravitate to him like they do when he's doing like a Wiz Khalifa hook or something. So I find it interesting that people don't really gravitate to Ty Dolla Ign the way that I feel like maybe people should. He makes decent music.
I put you on a jet, you said I do the most. I told you no more coach, yeah. Said you don't care about things, you said you down for me. I told them you my queen,
Honestly, let's break it down. The beat's pretty good. Ty did pretty good. BHAD BHABIE, not so good. She definitely has had her run though. Like I said, like in all these songs she had before, I was really kind of like, damn, you killing it. Like, I didn't even know you could rap that good. So, like, props to her for that. Now, this song particularly though, the whole auto-tune and changing it up, and I respect that. Like, you can ask anybody. I like it when someone's trying to kind of flip up and try different things. It's cool. I just think you failed at this. Like, this does not sound good. Now, with that being said, you'll get millions of views and people will watch it and listen to it anyway. So the auto-tune's not going to bug everybody as much as it bothered me. I felt like it was a dirty auto-tune. I think it was a little too heavy. I feel like the song was too cliche. Your ad-libs and such were a little too played. Subject matter was really played. But lyrically and written, not too bad. So the songwriting, pretty good. The lyrics, not as good. The beat, really good. The singing, terrible. So with all of that, I'm just going to give this a 2.5. And I don't even think I've ever given that score. I'm only giving her 2.5 because she has done pretty well. Previous to this, I'd have been a little harder on her. Like, I've been hard on Drake because Drake always comes hard. So when Drake isn't coming hard, I really kind of hand him his ass. But that happens with a lot of people that I respect because I'm like, yo, your shit's fire, but you shouldn't even be coming that week. So if you're coming that week, and I'm the first to let you know. Now, BHAD BHABIE, she did her thing in the previous ones. This one, not so much. Did not like it that much. It's a catchy little mainstream poppy song that might catch on though. So hey, shout out to you. I hope it works for you. I didn't like it. It's a 2.5 from me. This is Drumatic. Please comment, subscribe, man. I love y'all. Peace.